Hi, I'm Rich Blumenthal with the Theracycle company. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Theracycle, and today I'm just going to share a few tips on getting started with your Theracycle. So, when you get a new Theracycle, it's very helpful for many of our customers who are living with balance issues to come up to the bike and use whatever leg might be their stronger side. So if someone's stronger on the right, we encourage Theracycle users to step through this design here with the right foot. We know that a lot of our customers who are living with Parkinson's or MS sometimes have difficulty moving side to side. So rather than trying to step through like this, where they have a lot of difficulty, just come up to the bike. If someone's stronger on the right side, they would just step through, and now they're on the unit. Once they're on the Theracycle, you want to get your feet into the pedals, and you can use these handlebars on the side to kind of nudge yourself back and get your feet into the pedals. A lot of people might need a family member to help draw down and tighten this stirrup across the top of their foot. So you want to have a nice snug fit. Thank you. Once you're seated on the Theracycle, you want to make sure that you have a slight bend in your knee when your leg is at the most extended position. You don't want to have a straight leg like that, and you don't want to be too much of a bend. Just a slight bend in your leg. Now that I'm seated, I'm going to take the safety magnet, which is right here, and there's a clip on the safety magnet. This goes into your shirt, and the magnet goes onto the red button on the computer display face that says safety magnet. Now that I'm comfortably seated, my feet are in the pedals, and the magnet's attached to the display and to my shirt, I'm going to hit the on button. When the power's up, it's going to say, get ready to exercise the easy way, and you're just going to follow the prompts. This safety magnet has to come off just about 2 inches, and it's just testing to make sure that it's working properly, much like a safety stop on a treadmill. Once that's attached, the computer display reads, press start or set. If I hit the set button in the middle, a cursor comes up just to the left of time. If I hit the up button, it's going to go, you're going to add time on, and if I hit the down button, it's going to decrease the amount of time for your riding session. If I hit the set button again, the cursor to the left of time will move down the speed. It's set at 4 miles an hour. Now I'm going to use the up button, and I'm going to go up to 7 miles an hour. We suggest for new users to just start at 6 or 7, maybe 8 miles an hour initially, not even use the handlebars, and just get the feel for how the motor is going to help them. Once I'm seated on the bike, I have the magnet on, my feet are on the pedals, and I'm at 7 miles an hour, I'm going to hit start. When I press the start button, it's going to count down from 5 all the way down to 1 before it starts. And I'm just going to be kind of passive and initially let the Theracycle just kind of guide me through that cycling motion as I get the feel for how the motor is going to help me. The Theracycle starts at 1 mile an hour. It's going to go up to whatever speed you set the bike at. As you can see, I'm moving at a pretty gentle, slow pace, just getting the feel. The handlebars are coming in. I want them above my knees, not so steep that they're going to hit the tops of my legs. When I put my hands onto the handlebars, for a lot of our customers who have Parkinson's or MS, they have a lot of issues with stiffness and rigidity. So a lot of times we encourage people initially to just kind of drape their fingertips across the handlebars so they can just start to get some flexion and motion across the backs of their shoulders. Now that I'm comfortably seated and I can kind of feel how the motor is going to help me, I'm going to go back to the set button, and I can change the speed while I ride the Theracycle. So I'm going to hit the set button again, and the speed buttons, I'm going to hit it so that the speed button is next, so that the cursor is to the left of the speed setting. I'm going to hit the up button, up arrow. And now you can see I'm up to 10 miles an hour, and I'm moving at a slightly faster pace. I'm going to hit the set button again, and we go back to speed, and I'm going to go up to 12 miles an hour. Now I'm riding, and I can push into the handlebars as I'd like. I can pull as they come back. For people with a back or a shoulder issue, you can keep your back against the handlebar. You just kind of push into it as it goes away from you, and pull as it comes back. Kind of getting that push, pull motion, push, pull. People who want more exercise and more of a workout, they can kind of push into the handlebar and get their midsection involved, pull as it comes back. These are a few things that you can do to just get comfortable with your Theracycle.